Okay. I'm Rachel. I'm a student at MacMaster University who just finished her first year in Arts and Science. I'm from Toronto.
My name is Arjun. I'm also a student, or I was a student from MacMaster University, and I graduated from the same program that Rachel's in now. I'm also from a suburb of Toronto.
So my name is Annecy. I'm also, like Rachel, a first year of MacMaster University. I also just completed my first year at Arts and Science program, and I'm also from Toronto.
So my name is Isha, and I'm also from Toronto. I just completed my fourth year in Life Sciences. We all go to MacMaster University, and we are here for with the engineering system offer from Canada.
And I welcome all of you on behalf of the Indian Stammering Association, on behalf of Vikas also, and myself, Sachin.
Well, to be honest, before yesterday, it wasn't really an issue that I ever really thought about. I don't personally know any stammerers, at least not until now. But I found it very interesting how a lot of them kind of share the idea that it's not a disability and it's not something that necessarily needs to be catered for, and it's more so like a diversity type thing. And yeah, that idea was very interesting, and I can definitely agree with that. It's just a different mode of speaking, and not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, it's just different.
Does anyone want to add something to that? How does it strike to you personally when somebody stammers in your face?
Like as Arjun said, it's just a different way of speaking.
But how does it strike you?
I
Does
think
it make you uncomfortable?
I don't think it makes me uncomfortable. It just it makes me consciously like put in more effort to listen when someone may be like stammering. So I have to put in a more conscious effort to listen and try and like understand what he or she is saying.
When did you meet or see someone stammering for the first time?
I think that I've met people in Canada who stammer.
And what were your reactions at that time?
I was going to say, I think that today and yesterday, when we had a dedicated time to sit down and talk, there was more like opportunity, I guess, for me to be patient and understanding and everything. And I think that in my everyday life, I'm generally not a patient person, and I'm also just in our everyday life, like in Canada, things are very busy and always just like going somewhere or doing something. So I'd probably be just impatient, and I think that that's a bad thing, obviously, and I think that that applies to actually like everything in life, that I should be more patient. It's something that I personally need to work on even before like meeting stammerers, I thought. But I think it was just more eye-opening in the sense that for this, there are people who are harmed by me being impatient, and that applies to a lot of different issues, not just stammering, but also stammering, yeah.
Have you ever felt discriminated on some very superficial ground, just like stammerers claim that they feel discriminated because of the manner of their speech?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to share something along the lines? Did you ever feel it personally? Were you at a receiving at any time?
Discrimination.
On a very superficial basis?
Why do I feel? Yeah, I think I have. Most definitely. Sometimes. It's hard to, I think it's when you're in a majority in a group and you're the minority, then you probably face discrimination. So if there is a certain people who are, in the same category they can connect to, and you're the one person who cannot connect to, there at times you feel that, I wouldn't say necessarily discriminated, because I can't exactly, it's not something based on my talent, it's just something that it's who I am. Again, that goes for stammering as well, it's just who they are. So you just feel that I'm not being able to connect to these people because it's so easy. I think that's how they feel probably if they spend, one of them spend time with all four of us. We can speak constantly in a fluent English, and for them it will be hard to connect with us because they're at a slower pace. So maybe, and I would definitely feel the same way if I was in a group of people who spoke another language, or if they were talking, if they know about a certain topic so much and I don't, and I feel that I have no way to contribute in this discussion. So that's when, yeah. So there's at times I felt that.
I mean, on such occasions you might feel left out, if not discriminated.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you feel as if you are not part of the mainstream and you
Yeah.
can't
You can contribute.
change that very much. On such occasions, what do you think the stammerer should do when they feel like this?
Well, to be honest, I don't think, like as someone who doesn't stammer, I don't think I know what the best solution to that problem would be. Like I don't think I have the authority to kind of give advice in that sense, if that makes sense. Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
No, but if you were in a group where you are not the part of majority, and if you are feeling left out, then what are the things which you could do to help yourself?
I guess just trying to communicate with the other people the way you're feeling. I guess that goes with any sort of thing. Just trying to understand the other party and to the best of your abilities, help them understand you, and that can solve a lot of problems.
So in last these 2 days, what have you understood about this issue? How will you react to a stammerer if you meet one? What are the things which you will keep in mind when you are having a conversation with someone who stammers or who may have other disabilities or mannerisms or peculiarities?
I think to be patient and compassionate and understanding.
Yeah, one thing I'll take away is like, the one thing that Dr. Sachin taught us, that when someone's talking and who might have a possibility of slowing down, just slow yourself down and try to pace at their level instead of pacing you at your normal level. That really helps, because even when today I was talking to a few of them and they not necessarily understood, like they even told me, I can't understand what you're saying because you speak so fast. So I slowed down and tried to establish each and every word, and that helped to cross that bridge of miscommunication between the two speakers. So definitely take your time and slow down.
Right. So, what has been takeaway for you as a group from this interaction?
I think just something was mentioned yesterday. I can't remember who said it, but that if someone has, a feature or whatever that's different from you, don't judge them necessarily. Don't make assumptions or preconceptions. Just kind of accept it, and it might affect the way that you communicate. But other than that, just accept it and deal with it as best as you can.
And have you realized that nobody in this group is a speech therapist? All of us are stammerers, and we are doing our own advocacy. We are trying to help other people understand the issues which we are facing in communication. So that could also be a kind of takeaway, that whatever issues we are dealing with, we are the best advocate on those issues. Do you agree with that?
Yes,
Does it make
that's very
sense?
true.
Yeah. I think for each of them, they understand that they have a problem. Like, it's not a problem, but it's just something that not everyone has, and they feel that they lack of. But they're dealing with their to the best of their ability, and they try to come across challenges, face those challenges, and even if they still face challenges like in education and work and their career, they want to come across them and somehow solve them as much as they can through their own means, instead of going and seeking out to a therapist, or instead of going and seeking out professional help. They believe in themselves, which is great. All of them do.
The roads for me. The roads are crazy. It seems like people should be getting into accidents all the time, but I've never actually seen one, so I don't know how they do it.
I agree with that. I also think like the diversity in India was very surprising to me because although I know that every country is diverse to an extent, I didn't expect there to be that much variation and such striking differences where you can drive just a few hours away from a certain city and it'll be like a whole different lifestyle.
I would also like to say the traffic, just because I found it really odd that like there were so many auto rickshaws and motorcycles and cars, and not even that, but like at a red light or at a stop, a motorcycle would like go in between some cars, and it weirded me out as to how people can do that. Yep.
Should I say anything?
Why not? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think one thing that amuses me to see is that amount of people can travel in one method of transport. So like in an auto rickshaw, like 5 or 6 people can fit in, or else like in a motorcycle, like 4 people can sit together. So that thing just completely out of the law, out of the legal system, and just do their own thing, which is amusing to see.
There's been one. So there were some mangoes on the table here, and these 3 girls were taking like 10 pictures of it. And I know that's not how I wasn't laughing at India, I was laughing at these 3 girls who had never seen a mango before. So that was quite funny.
We've seen mangoes before, we just wanted to take a picture to commemorate the moment of first eating a mango in India.
In India, exactly.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have there been more funny moments or challenging moments?
Phone call. The phone call when someone's talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How it's like customary here that, or it's just normal here to pick up the phone in the middle of a conversation, because in Canada that's not really, like people won't answer their phone if they're talking to you or doing something, but here it's the other way around.
Yeah.
So yeah. The government school that we went to, if you want to talk about it. So we went to a very small village government school, very poorly funded, not that much supported by the government, only the teachers. There's 2 or 3 teachers, 1 teacher for the entire primary section from 1 to 5 standard. We were kind of shocked to notice the standard and how they're taught, but also very pleased to know that they're putting an effort to teach the small kids in the village. Also the fact that we were treated as chief guests at the school when we were just wondering what did we do, like we don't hold
To earn this honor.
to earn this honor exactly. And
Yeah, we didn't do anything.
we were just amused and overwhelmed by the treatment, but it was a very interesting experience.
I guess I'll answer first. I think diversity can be many things. Like genetic diversity is obviously good because we need a wide gene pool, but also cultural diversity I think is important to be acknowledged. So not even just with like stammering and things like that, but even I think we learned a lot about culture in Dehradun, and I think that everyone else learned a lot about culture in Canada, and we learned about each other both as individuals and also about our societies in that regard. So I think that sort of diversity should be celebrated, and there's a lot of positive things to get from that, and that can also be applied to diversity in manners of speaking, for example, which includes stammering.
Indian Stammering Association is organizing a national conference in Goa this year in the month of September, and would you like to give a message for them?
I think what they're doing is great to come across as a family, and then understanding that we all have kind of the same, stammering is part of who we are. That's great, let's celebrate it, let's see what can we do about it, let's accept it and come with solutions. And it's great that, and Goa is a beautiful place, I'm pretty sure everyone who's going will be having a great time. Yeah.
So if any one of you who's overstaying this stay in India, you are most welcome to drop in at Go Goa. You are welcome to be there and be our guest. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.